was told that you were not able to fall asleep. Yeah. Well, I am here to read you a little bedtime story that might help you fall asleep. It's a very short one, but it's also a very common one as well. You probably heard of the story Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm going to be reading tonight, so sit back, relax, and get comfortable. Okay, so let's start. Once upon a time, a girl named Goldilocks lived in a house at the edge of the woods. In those days, curls of hair were called locks. She was Goldilocks because golden hair ran down her head to her shoulders. One morning, Goldilocks was out for a walk when she came across a beautiful bird. She followed that bird right into the woods, where her mother said many times she must never go. But Goldilocks didn't think about that. Deeper and deeper into the woods she went, but where was the bird? It was nowhere to be seen. Goldilocks looked around. That's when she knew she was lost. But a house was not far away. I wonder who lives here, she thought, so deep in the woods. She went up and knocked on the door. No answer. She knocked again. Still no answer. Goldilocks knocked a third time, and the door opened, but no one was behind the door. Well, the door is already open, said the girl, so I might as well go in. Goldilocks smelled a wonderful smell, and soon knew why. On the table were 3 steaming bowls of oatmeal. All of a sudden, she realized how hungry she was. Goldilocks did not know, however, is that 3 bears lived in this house. In fact, that very morning, 3 bears had sat down to their bowls of oatmeal, but the cereal was too hot, so they had decided to take a short walk. They said to each other, by the time we return home, our oatmeal will be perfect. Gazing at the steaming bowls of oatmeal, Goldilocks thought, I'm sure whoever lives here won't mind if I just take one sip. She sat at the first chair and took a sip. Ah, she said, it's too hot. She moved to the next bowl and took a sip. Ah, she said, it's too cold. She moved to the third bowl and took a sip. It's just right. And before she knew it, the oatmeal was gone. Goldilocks rubbed her tummy. I'm full. I must find where to sit that's more comfortable. She went to the living room. 3 chairs were lined up in a row. 1 big chair, 1 medium chair, and 1 wee little chair. I'm sure whoever lives here will not mind if I just sit on 1 chair, said Goldilocks. She sat on the big chair, but it was too hard. The next chair looks good, said Goldilocks. She moved to the medium-sized chair, but it was too soft. The wee little chair looks better, said the girl. She sat on the little chair, and it was just right, but when Goldilocks leaned back a little bit, the chair broke into dozens of pieces. She fell right onto the floor. Oh no, Goldilocks wailed. Then she yawned. There must be somewhere she could lie down for a short nap. The girl saw a ladder and climbed into an attic. In a row, 3 beds were lined up. 1 big bed, 1 medium bed, and 1 wee little bed. I'm sure whoever lives here won't mind if I lay down for just a short nap, she said. She lay down on the big bed, but it was too hard. She lay down on the medium-sized bed, but it was too soft. The girl lay down on the wee little bed, and it was just right. As her head hit the pillow, Goldilocks was fast asleep. How are you feeling? Sleepy. That's good. said Papa Bear. I know someone was sitting in my chair, said Mama Bear, because I can see the seat cushion is pushed down. And I know someone was sitting in my chair, said Little Bear, because it's all broken. The three bears were even more surprised at that. They climbed the ladder to their attic. Someone has been sleeping on my bed, said Papa Bear, who could see that his blankets were moved. Someone has been sleeping on my bed too, said Mama Bear, who could also see that her blankets were moved. Someone has been sleeping on my bed, said Little Bear, and look, she is still there. Goldilocks bolted awake. Three bears were looming over her as they did not look happy. Oh my, said Goldilocks, jumping out of bed as quick as she could. She climbed down the ladder and ran out the front door. Little Bear chased after her. Wait, please. Goldilocks stopped and turned around. Tell me, said Little Bear, why did you come inside our house? I guess I didn't think, said Goldilocks. And why did you eat my oatmeal, said Little Bear. Well, I guess I didn't think, said Goldilocks. And why did you break my chair and sleep in my bed, said Little Bear. Well, I guess I didn't think about that either, said Goldilocks. They were silent. Goldilocks said, I suppose I could have waited outside your door. You were coming right home, said Mama Bear. We might have invited you if we knew you were hungry. I'm sorry about the chair, said Goldilocks. I guess you saw it broke. Yep, said Mama Bear with a frown. I'm good at fixing things, said Goldilocks, if you have glue. Of course we had glue, said Papa Bear. What kind of bears do you think we are? I will make it up to you, said Goldilocks. Come on then, dear, said Mama Bear. We'll start over, said Papa Bear with a nod. Come in, said Little Bear, jumping up and down. With a smile, they skipped together inside the bear's house. The end. Did you enjoy the story? That's great. I'm very happy. Well, it's getting late, and you should be heading to bed. Okay. I hope you sleep